Sex crisis has been creeping up on public universities, posing a threat to young female students and the integrity of examination results. Marks unfairly awarded in exchange for favors, referred to as sexually transmitted grades, shows a community used to living with an acknowledged problem. Higher learning institutions in Kenya are yet to develop effective ways of addressing sexual harassment. According to a research submitted to the African Regional Sexuality Center by researcher Tabitha Njoroge, it was concluded that sexual violence is widely considered to be the most unreported violent crime in Kenya.
I once I visited a lecturer in his office at around 5, and there was a small girl who arrived there. She was putting on a tiny dress. I wonder, beyond that dress, if there was a young one, you know, when I talk about this one here. I wonder, and then she went and sat in front and crossed her legs, and she was talking to the lecturer and opening up her legs and closing. And you know, the lecturer was so uncomfortable, and you know, we were seated in the room, so he just sent me a text message. Remember, he told me, don't leave. So, you know, I had to act as a security. So later on, I asked the young girl, hey, excuse me, is there anything that brought you here? Because we were discussing business. So the girl looked at the lecturer, and of course she left in a half. So even students also are perpetrators of sexual harassment.
The institutions do not comply with the requirement to report crime data in a way fully consistent with the laws of Kenya. This is with a view to save the face of the institutions from bad publicity. Anonymous reporting, which would otherwise encourage sexual survivors to come forward, is not an option at these institutions. Sexual harassment victims have no information on how to report incidences of sexual violence or even file criminal charges. The Rural Women Peace Link, in collaboration with higher learning institutions in North Rift and Western Kenya, seek to address the issue of sexual harassment through public sphere and through investigative journalism and reporting.
So atachukua registration number yako na phone number yako. You get weird phone calls. Where did we stop the last time? Tukipeana notes. So you wonder, you are the one giving notes. So mbona uniulize tena unajua tulistop wapi? Why don't you come to such a place and come with your notebook? Nikamuuliza where? Kakamega guest house. Where specifically? At the room. I want to quote the room because you can find it there actually. So kuza hii room, come with the notebook. Nikamuuliza, why should I come to your place? If you have to meet me, why don't you come to the school cafeteria? You can come to school, to your office. I can come to the department if I have to. I can insist. Do you know that I have your name and your phone number? I know your registration number. So it's like, what should I do? I freak out. He knows the registration number. Every time we go to class and I make comments, umevaa vizuri leo. I don't like that hairstyle you put on. So it's quite tricky because the moment you just say no, na make you victimize. Try to dialogue and I convey a lot the past. You're the apple of my eye, as you say. So it's not easy.
The forum at Masinde Muliro University for Science and Technology on 15th October 2011 makes it a third such attempt at reaching out to these special groups.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all having a stronger morning because we hope to stay here the whole day today, maybe learning from each other sharing a lot of what we'll be doing today.
We started with Moi University. We have done with Egerton, and the issues have been major. The major issues has been how the girls are being forced into what they call sex formats, and that really has given us a lot of lessons.
If you sleep your way into getting grade A, now when it comes to job performance, what will you do? So it all goes back to personal integrity. And the Kenyan society today is not very lenient on non-achievers. You may have a great figure, you may have a beautiful face, you can have nice legs, we will applaud you, but when it comes in the office, we want performance.
I'm speaking to a man who's standing hardly a breath away from me. Am I able to communicate properly? Those are forms of sexual harassment, because what is he doing standing here, looking down there? That is sexual harassment, right? Because you're looking at what you're not supposed to be looking. Or I'm speaking to a gentleman and he's concentrating, he's talking to them, not
So when we went to Masinde Muliro, we learned a lot of lessons. One, we realized the students were completely closed up. They were not ready to talk, and it took a lot of groundwork for them to open up. And they would keep on saying, I know what has happened to a friend. They could keep on just referring to friends.
I had a friend of mine recently, this semester, in my house. I'd come over to visit, and we were just having a chat. Then he was telling me about something like a bit personal about him. Then kuna comment ambayo nilitoa, but I was actually shocked at what he told me. He told me, do you know what you're telling me? You don't know. He told me, have you ever seen a man on heat? It's just like, when a man is on heat, it's like a stallion. I can even pass through this wall of yours and go. I was shocked. So when you're saying that ladies overpower you and they don't know what they do, I tend to disagree with that. Men, we just have to accept. At times we say that ladies get you into doing that, but that's not really the case. It all starts from here.
One day a friend to my mom was talking of, she was doing her master's, and she talked of, he had a lecturer who was kind of very stubborn while she was defending her thesis. So what she did, one day she woke up, when she was going to present her thesis, what she decided was, today what I'm going to do is to put on a blouse with the cleavage, and what I'll do is I'll put on a micro mini so that when I'm presenting, that lecturer should just be confused, and so that I can do away with that thesis.
That really is an indication that sexual harassment is rampant in Masinde Muliro University, but the fear, and we're really trying to really dig down to find out exactly why is this fear, the fear on something that is really affecting and touching on integrity.
Two workshops involving Moi University in Eldoret on 20th November 2011 and Egerton University in Njoro on 28th January 2011 have been conducted.
The major challenge was when we began is it was not so easy for Masinde Muliro administrators to accept and to open up for us to have a forum with the students. And by the way, after even they gave a good letter of indication and commitment that they're going to participate during the day on the forum, they were not there. But we were happy that they wrote a letter and they managed to send the counselor, the professor, a lecturer in charge of counseling. My big question, and something that worries me all the time, is that the sexual harassment is actually impacting greatly into the leadership for tomorrow. Because the girls, the young ladies that we have in the university, even the young men, these are the leaders we are counting on tomorrow. It brings a big question on the integrity of the leadership that we have today.
The results of the forum are hoped to generate debate among lecturers and university staff about protection of young women from sexual violations, get proactive support from media houses in Kenya, in reporting issues related to bodily integrity, information generated be disseminated to relevant authorities to advocate against sexual gender-based violence and to inform general public on appropriate channels of assistance.
Then we have to really be worried and ask ourselves, what kind of leadership do we want to have, right at the political level, academic level, and what kind of future are we preparing in terms of leadership? Because then whatever we do with these young people who are the leaders of tomorrow, that means it's the practice they are likely to carry forward.
We see these issues, as we mentioned, happening across our communities. So I think the best thing to do is to accept that these things are happening and that we want to do something to stop them, and that it can start from us.
The following recommendations were drawn during the forum held at Masinde Muliro University for Science and Technology. A policy document be developed on sexual harassment. This should be done by involving the Dean of Students in intervening and handling sexual harassment issues.
If maybe the video would be available at the Deans of Students office, I think if she went through it, I think that also would assist as peer educators work upon the policy. Because there's no way peer educators would work upon that document without the hand of that office.
Technology be used to gather evidence on sexual harassment, such as phones and text messages.
So what happened, she shared with a friend, and her friend shared with her the power of technology. She took in the advice and went to visit the lecturer again. The lecturer insisted, but this time round, he did not realize that the lady was actually recording the conversation. So what she did, she recorded everything and left as usual without giving in. And she was fair in such a way that she went and shared the recording with a friend who was close to this particular lecturer. Akamwambia, can you go and talk to your friend? If he's not going to allow me to graduate, then I'm very sorry for him. I'll expose this to the administration, and if it doesn't work, I'll take it to greater heights. It did not take long. The lecturer had to succumb, and this lady managed to do what? To graduate.
Conduct sensitization and awareness on sexual harassment in the campus through peer educators.
Peer educators should come up with the awareness day so that we can create awareness every year for the sake of our first years.
I've been able to learn that there is actually sexual harassment taking place within our universities, but the ball remains in our courts that we should come out of that cloth, that blanket, for our students and for the generations to come.
I thank the organization so much because we have pinpointed the issues, and I know very well the administration is out to work hand in hand with them to come up with a policy that protects the girl child and women at large who are students and the society at large to curb this vice in the society.